So today, just to give you a little backstory, is I had the microphone turned off. I did a 25-minute kick-ass video, and I had the microphone turned off. So here's me doing another one. And actually, I did a 15-minute video after that, another awesome video after that for my real estate firm. So I'm going to be doing both videos right now again. So this is what we were talking about, or at least what I was talking about, is a very sobering picture that I go through life when I have obstacles, challenges, fears, emotions that come up that I'm like, oh, I just want to do that, but you get that. There's a book called Flinch by Julian something. I forgot his last name. And he talks about it. He says, you're like, oh, I really want to approach that girl. And then you flinch and you come back and you're like, oh, all right, maybe not. Oh, I really want to make that phone call. Oh. And it's that flinch. It's like, oh, it's like you want to do it, but then you pull back. You want to do it, you pull back. You want to talk to that girl, you pull back. You want to go for that job interview, you pull back. You want to go to the gym, you pull back. You want to wake up early, you pull back. Any area of our life. So one aspect or one motivating way that I get around this, and I highly recommend that you have something, whether it's this or not. Mine's a little bit morbid, but I always say, soon enough, you'll be dead, Charles. Soon enough. Soon enough. When people say time flies, yeah, what if you're 70, 80, 90? You know, what would you tell yourself when you're 45, 55, 65, 75? I'm 90 years old. What would I tell my 75-year-old self? What would I tell at 95, what would I tell my 80-year-old self? You know, how would I be able to live today to my fullest at 90? You're thinking, I don't have many years left. To be honest, for me, I used to be like, I don't want to live that long, you know, because then I can't play golf, I can't retire, I can't go to the beach or whatever. Now I want to live as long as I can. Like literally 100 is minimum. Like I just want to blow past 100, and so that's my motivation to going to the gym, to eating greens and broccoli. Hi, Mom. I'm now eating it. She would be like, what are you doing? You're now eating it. I've been trying to stuff it in your face for years. But the reason I'm eating it now because I'm educating myself, which I wasn't before, on our food, what we're eating, what we're putting in our body. So my motivation to eating well is that I want to live to 100. I'm going to the gym because I want to live to 100. I want to have a healthy body. I want to have a fun life because I want to live to 100. There's a direct comparison to people that have huge amounts of stress and they're living lifestyle, their health, how long they live, their wealth. Like, I want to live a happy lifestyle. So now I finally found out what creates happiness. You have to create happiness. Buying an iPhone, this is the new iPhone. I got it day one it came out, okay? Is this gonna create my happiness? No. Listen, I just got a message because I posted it on Facebook. I said, out with the old, in with the new. And someone's like, oh, can I buy your next one? I need it. I need it. Why do you need it? Like there's nothing, it's just a bigger screen. This is me live. It's just a bigger screen and the Wi-Fi sucks right now, to be honest. I want to go to Apple and be like, dude, you guys got to step up your Wi-Fi. When I'm at the gym, I use my other phone. Why do you need it? So if I didn't actually understand this concept, I'd probably say the same thing. But the concept is, you don't look to other things for your happiness. You know, people say money doesn't buy happiness. Okay, well, let's delve a little bit deeper. And then we'll get back into the morbid statistic or the morbid and it's a statistic, but the morbid mentality I have. But it's not morbid, it's just a motivating factor. That's the way I look at it. So happiness comes when you look at an obstacle, you look at a challenge, you look at a fear, and you overcome it, and you survive. And literally, it's you survive. Because back in the day, we didn't have public speaking. We didn't have approaching women. We didn't have, our fear was dying, was literally death by another tribe or an animal or starving or thirst. Just dying, disease. Like our ancestors, yeah, that's insane. You're living a pretty good life. Like I threw it out already. I got a smoothie, fruits and vegetables blended up, cold in a cup given to me. Yeah, I think the ancestors would say, you're having a pretty good life right now. So happiness comes from gratitude. It also comes from overcoming the fear of, so in other words, you overcome a fear. Back in the day, when you overcame a fear, you survived. So your mind thinks, ooh, that's fearful. And back in the day, it was like you overcame the fear of going to get an animal, going to get fruit that's miles away, and you came back and you survived. If you went out and you didn't come back, you died. All right? So your mind actually thinks that way. It's like, oh, we have a fear. It doesn't know what the fear was back in the day. It just knew this is fearful, and if I don't do it, I'm going to die. Today, we actually still equate public speaking, going to the gym, eating healthy. I don't know. That's not really fears, but say approaching a girl, making a cold call, starting a business. And the reason I bring up approaching a girl is because I'm a single guy, you know. So once you feel a fear, as Dr. Susan Jeffers eloquently put it, as you feel a fear and you do it anyway, that's the confidence. That's when you get confidence. That's real confidence. That's not, I have all these nice things confidence. And this is what I want. I want to be happy, and then when I accumulate cool things, like an iPhone 6 on the day it came out, I want to be like, cool. I didn't need it to be happy, but it's cool. I like it. Awesome. It's got a bigger screen. It's faster. It's a little bit smaller. It feels better in the hand. You know, I didn't need that to be happy. I don't need a boat or a trip or something like that. I want to be happy and then go on a trip and then own a boat and then own a house. Okay. So those are all the things that you want. So for me, to live long makes me eat healthy now. To feel the fear and do it anyway, and this is what the whole video is about, is we're going to be dead soon enough. We're going to be dead soon enough. Everyone's like, whoa, all right, take it easy. Whoa, a little awkward now, Charles, a little awkward. No. But hear me out. When you think of it that way, you say, well, who cares about this call I have to make? Well, who cares about starting a business? You know, why have that regret when I'm with a hospice worker at 101 years old or 102 years old, looking back and like, I wish I started that business. I wish I approached that girl. I wish I stayed in that relationship. I wish I went to the gym more. I wish I ate better. I wish I didn't drink as much. I wish, you know, there's an interesting article, and it's the top 5 regrets of the dying by hospice workers. Workers who are there with the person minutes, seconds before they die. And they're obviously talking to them, you know, if the person can still talk, and which is insane to think about. So the worker, just through conversation, the person always says, I wish I did whatever it is. I wish I joined the military. I wish I stayed in the CEO position longer, because when I got out, I had nothing to do. I wish I played golf more. I wish I enjoyed life more. One of them is I wish I laughed more. And the other one, there's 5. The other one that I remember is I wish I gave my opinion more freely. That's a good one. And I think the third one was, I wish I didn't do what my parents wanted me to do. Think about that one. People that are in a job because their dad was an attorney, their dad was an accountant, they're taking over the family business. The other one is speak your mind more freely. I wish I was able to speak my mind more freely. I wish I was happier. I just explained happiness. And listen, I don't know true happiness. I work on it every day. And I know that progress equals happiness. Progression in an area that you need to work on. For me, it's my business. I just started a business. So my biggest happiness is going to come when it starts taking off more than it is now. When I start hiring, when I start becoming a good manager, that's progress. Until you get that, it's still that little fear in your mind. So every day I have obstacles and fears and just things that come up, and literally it sounds bad, and have your own motivating factor. But mine is, I'll be dead soon enough. I don't want to look back and say, I wish I made that call. I wish I went on that appointment. I wish I went to the gym more. I wish I ate better. Do it. Say, you're going to be dead soon enough. Why don't I just do it now? Why don't I just do it? So for my health, I want to live to 100. That's you need that long-term goal. That thing that just pulls you towards it. That I am going to push away the cake now. I'm going to go for the run today. I'm going to, for me, go to the gym every morning at 5:30 to 6:30. Why? Is it because I want to look good? Yeah, but I also want to see myself in the future continuously going. If I'm not going now, when I have no kids and no wife, what's the point in the future? Or how am I going to be able to motivate myself in the future? And for people that have a wife and kids, or have a husband and kids, there's someone, and you say, I don't have time. There is someone busier than you, in a worse circumstance than you, still doing what you want to do. Just always think of that. There's always someone. Just think of the President of the United States. Regardless of politics, whoever it is, while you're watching this video, that person, I guarantee you, gets less sleep, is on more time than you, on as in they're doing their job more than you. Whether you agree with them politically or whether you think they are or not, they're making some pretty big decisions for a country, for other countries. Lots of people. They're busier than you, and they still find time to eat well. Yeah, it's given to them, but they have the choice of any food in the world. Any food. Whatever you want, it's given to you. You're the President of the United States. It's given to you. And they have a choice, and they choose healthy. They choose healthy. You need that long-term goal. All right? So for me, my long-term goal for health is that I want to live long. That's why I'm eating well now. And the reason that I bring up death, and I shouldn't put it in quotes because it's a fact, we're all going to die, is that we always look back on 5 or 10 years and you're like, holy cow, I was just in college. I was just single. I was just in New York City. Now I'm living in a suburb. Holy cow, where did the last 10 years go? Where did the last 5 years go? Where did the last year go? And the reason you say that is because there's decisions that you wanted to make along the way that you didn't make. And the funny thing is, when that decision comes up, you have the opportunity, you have the choice to either do it or not do it. What do most people do? Whatever. I got next month. I got next week. The way I look at it is, when a fear and obstacle comes up, I think about it and I say, I'm going to be dead soon enough, so why not do it? And as Brian Tracy says, this is brilliant. He says, someday someday island. Someday I'll go to the gym. Someday I will do online dating. Someday I'll start a career that I like, start a job, ask for the raise, start a business, buy a boat, go sailing, go swimming, eat better, stop smoking, stop drinking. Someday I'll do it. Well, I'll tell you mine. Someday I was in April, I said, every single day I'm going to be calling for sale by owners that have their apartment on the market, and asking them, hey, listen, I can provide you the services, I can provide you the time that you want, the freedom that you want. We can work out some kind of arrangement, some kind of agreement that we both feel is good for marketing your home. All right? I probably made a dozen phone calls. It is now September 25th. I've made a dozen phone calls in months. I was that guy. That said, someday, Island. Someday I'll make that call. I'm not ready yet. As Seth Godin says in Linchpin, great book, you're never going to be ready. When are you going to be ready? As he says it, just ship the product. Just send it out. Send out that book. Send out that newsletter. Make that phone call. It's never going to be ready. And usually the first person to the market is the winner. Not the best person, but the first person. Wow, look at GoPro. GoPro was the first to the market. They refined it. They're the best. There could be other ones. I don't know. But they market it well, and they were the first one. Look at the iPad. I thought it was going to fail. I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. It's a big iPhone. Doesn't make calls. This is the dumbest thing. Now we have Kindle Fire, Google Nexus, I think. I don't know. Sony, Panasonic. They all have tablets. They were the first to the market. Are they the best? I don't know. But you know what? They were the first. They shipped it out. And they were the winners. So I think in the future, listen, Charles, you're going to be dead soon enough. Make that call. Hire that person. Go on that trip. Go to the gym. The biggest thing for me is overcoming, and for you as well, probably, is overcoming obstacles and fears. So you need something so far in the future that emotionally hits you right in the face. One of them, for me, is I want to live to 100. The other one is I'm going to be dead soon enough. Why not do it? For other people, it's I'm going to stop smoking because I want to be at my kid's graduation. I'm going to stop drinking because I will not have a fruitful life with the wife that I want to be with. I want to go to the gym more often so I can play ball with my kid, so I can be healthy when my kid's in college, so I can have a more invigorating life. You need such an emotional, you can't be like, I want to make more money. All right, cool. So do I. All right, money's not going to buy you happiness. If you want money for happiness, it's never going to come. You're always going to be chasing more of it. Be happy now because you're overcoming obstacles. How are you overcoming obstacles? Because you have such a big dream in the future. My big dream, live to 100. You're going to be dead soon enough. Make the phone call. I'm a single guy. Go talk to that girl at the bar. Go start a conversation with the stranger. They could be looking for an apartment. So it's morbid, yes. And you don't have to use mine, which is you're going to be dead soon enough. And because people say on their deathbed they have regrets, I want to limit the amount of regrets. And I hope you do too. So follow me. I know I ended up on a kind of moment, but I hope you find something that motivates you beyond the small obstacle. What is a phone call when you're on your deathbed? You're like, I'll make that phone call. If I could have gotten, 50 grand more, 100 grand more. I would have went to the gym more if I knew I could have lived 10 years longer. I would have went to boating more if I knew I only had 10 years to live, 5 years to live. I wish I did that boating, because then I would have been happier, because that's something I really like. So anyway, follow me on Instagram. I come out with a video every single day, every single day for a year on the weekdays. Weekends, I take off. I put this big Irish head to rest. I can't even talk. This is my third video. Literally, I made a 23-minute video before this. that I just spouted out again. And then I made another one for real estate right before this. Anyway, this is my phone. This is how I turn it off. Give me an email. Give me anything. I have 0 followers right now, but I know that if I set a goal every single day for a year, every weekday for a year, I'm gonna be doing a video, and I set a goal. I have 0 followers. I don't even think any of my videos have views. No one's seen any of my videos. And if they did, they might have clicked out. But I know I'm gonna be getting better, so I'm putting it online. I'm shipping it out. And I implore you to do the same thing. You'll be dead soon enough. Do what you want to do. Who are you hurting? You know, a little blip in the radar. That's it. Out of the billions of people that have roamed planet Earth. You know, I know you're a little special snowflake, so act like it, you know. And I'm guilty as charged. I'm just saying what I'm working on a daily basis. So Instagram is my favorite social media network. Follow me on there. It's all in the description. And leave comments, leave whatever you want. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.